We're just a couple of nerds getting sidetracked with side quests. I'm Adam.
I'm Kaya, and every day is a new side quest. Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. You might be very confused because this looks nothing like the last game I was playing. In fact, to show you, this looks nothing like the last game I was playing. This is very different. So I started to feel like my last episode was starting to get a little boring. My world was a little boring, and it wasn't the most entertaining to watch. So I thought, you know what? I've been playing a lot of Oxygen Not Included on my own, outside of this, and I thought I would just show you some of my worlds and maybe play a bit of those. And maybe I'll come back to the other one, like, after playing it a bit more or something and getting it a little bit more filled out. But I thought I would at least just kind of show you what I've got going on in this one. This one is the one I've been playing most recently. I found a tutorial online of, like, oh, here's, like, how you should start your base or whatever kind of thing. And I kind of was following that. But I realized partway through that the tutorial was based on using the basic world. And I didn't go with the basic world. I went with the one that's like has all sorts of fauna and stuff like that. So I've had some. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I was just hating all those like icons everywhere. But yeah, so like there's a lot more like plants and like animals and stuff here. And some of the resources they were expecting me to have, I didn't have as much of, like coal and algae and stuff like that. So I don't know. I've been having some issues with some of the things, but I mean, it's going okay. One of the things that I'm not the biggest fan of is essentially they said that, oh, I must not have enough thimble reeds. Essentially they said slime lung doesn't matter, germs don't matter, and whether it does matter or not, it really bothers me. So I've got like kind of some slime lung issues up here. I've been trying to combat it really hard. So like germs die off faster in clean oxygen. So this area used to be completely filled with polluted oxygen, and I've been attempting to like purify it with like a bunch of deodorizers and stuff, and I'm like pumping it around trying to purify it and everything, and it's going okay. Chlorine also kills germs, so like up here, like these areas with chlorine have no germs in them. And like that's where I put my algae distillers and stuff like that, because one thing that's frustrating is that an algae distiller takes in slime and produces algae. Great. However, that algae still has slime lung on it, and also the water it produces would have slime lung on it. So like, there's these water pipes, and that was kind of frustrating because I was trying to use that water, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be putting slime lung everywhere if I do this kind of stuff, and I didn't want to do that. But I figured out that if I put it in chlorine, then the algae it spits out won't have germs on it, and the water it produces doesn't have germs on it. So that's been working okay. And I finally found a natural gas geyser. It's my personal favorite way to produce power. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that in this game or not. At the moment, I'm using it, or I'm going to be using it, for my gas range. I haven't quite gotten to that point yet. There's some slightly unfavorable things going on and whatever. I don't know. I'm having a lot of power issues right now. So I went and built like a bunch of wood burners because I had a bunch of lumber, but like they're putting out heat and they're also putting out a bunch of carbon dioxide. So like my carbon skimmer can't keep up, and you know, and then like I've also got more slime lung issues down here, which once again, same thing. I put a bunch of deodorizers and I've got like these puffs, which are like supposed to be sucking it up, but they're also spitting out slime, and which would arguably produce more slime lung, and I don't know. Things aren't necessarily going great down there, and it sucks because like sometimes that was getting like up into my regular area, and for some reason, so I've got this slime here, and these guys, they require slime to grow, and for some reason, sometimes my duplicates just drop slime randomly along the ground here, and then it starts spitting out slime lung germs, and that makes me really mad. Also, I have a bunch of like flowers or whatever everywhere, so I can never get anybody who has allergies because they'll just like die. But yeah, so I was running really low on water, but I managed to fix that because I've got this like steam vent here, so I pumped a bunch of this water in. There's also like, this was a cold biome, and I like took a bunch of ice from here and I pumped that into here, or I put it into there rather. However, it's not really a cold biome anymore. I was trying to use it to cool down my water, and it's not really working. So, like, this water is coming out at 76 degrees, and, like, it's getting a bit cooler. It's, like, 25 over here, but it's not great. And then for some reason... Oh... Right, okay, that's because, so, like, because I'm having power issues, this aqua tuner wasn't on very often. So I put a jump here, so, yeah, this is probably getting a mix of 73 and 25, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do about that. However, I made a hot tub, because hot tubs require a lot... I'm gonna take that off of emergency priority. They require a lot of hot water, and... nicely enough, they output the water at a cooler temperature, and it's just regular ass water. So I'm just putting that back into there. So essentially it just goes through the hot tub. However, my duplicants don't use the hot tub that often, which kind of sucks. And it looks like that's telling me that the water might not be warm enough, and I think that might be because of this aqua tuner situation. So I'm gonna have to figure out something with that. But yeah. So I've also been trying to expand and find more stuff. So one of the things about the, like, tutorial that I was following is that, like, you farm, like, hatches, and they give you coal, which then power your power, essentially. And then you also, like, have these, like, auto sweepers and stuff that, like, automatically pick up, like, their eggs and, like, their meat and stuff. And there's this thing that they referred to as an evolution chamber. So essentially, like, the eggs come along these, like... conveyors. So they get picked up, they come along these conveyors, and they get dropped in here, and they take some time, and then they eventually hatch, and then they start drowning in here, and then they die, and they turn into meat. And once they do that, they get picked up and sent along this sweeper, which then puts the meat into, well, technically it drops it in here, and then this auto sweeper puts it into the electric grill to be cooked. So yeah, like, that's essentially how I'm handling my food situation. I've got, like, a crazy amount of food right now because I had a lot of meal lice growing here, and just recently I've been starting to expand some things. So, like, I've got a pip thing because since I'm on the world, I've got, like, a bunch of pips. They're just kind of serving as, like, a tertiary source of food, I guess. Similar to, like, with the hatches. And then I've got what I call my nursery. So apparently there's a thing such as cuddle pips, which are the most adorable things in the world. Essentially, if a regular pip eats thimbleweed seeds or a cuddle pip, it makes them more likely to produce a cuddle pip egg. Why is there a stone hatch here? Anyways, and yeah, so these guys, they'll go and, like, hug eggs. So, like, this has been cuddled, and, like, it increases its incubation rate so that it incubates faster. So this is just my nursery, and I just, like, have them, like, essentially making the eggs hatch faster so that I don't need to have as many, like, incubators and stuff like that. And I can have 4 different ones going. And I've been trying to get, like, drecklets going so that I can get plastic, because I feel like for me personally, especially because of the world that I'm in, it's going to take me a while to get plastic any other way. So I'm trying to, like, get some drecklets. And if they eat mealwood, they'll be more likely to produce glossy drecklet eggs, which those ones have plastic. However, as you can notice, they've been sheared and they don't regrow unless they're in hydrogen. And I'm having some issues getting hydrogen in there and also making sure that I just don't fill my base with hydrogen. So I don't know. Things are just whatever. And then I just put a bunch of stuff in rec room. So I've got, like, pretty much all the things that I could make at the moment just for fun. Because I was like, I don't know, why not? And I'm, like, giving people, like, outfits. Look at my artist's outfit. He's got this little purple outfit. He's so cute. Look at that. Look at how cute he is in his little purple outfit. I've got some other outfits somewhere. Where are my farmers? Where are my farmers? Nails should have one. Why doesn't Nails have one? Did Nails just not put on their outfit? Yeah, so I've got these spiffy overalls, and for some reason people don't want to put on their outfits, and it's upsetting me. Actually, you know what? What was that? That was a snazzy green suit. We'll do 2 of those. But my other farmer people, if I can find them, I have no idea where any of my people are right now. Is that a good thing? Bad thing? I don't know. Yeah, I started trying to expand down here because I wanted to get access to more chlorine and stuff. And also there was some Drecos down here, and that's where I wanted to get the Drecos. And there's, like, some bomb lilies and stuff. What does that need to be in? What atmosphere does this need? What does that mean? It says that it's fine. Okay, that was weird. I don't know what was happening there. But yeah, so there's like a bunch of bomb lilies down here, which are great for helping with slime lung, so that's good. And I've been trying to find as many of these like neutronium spots as I can to like see what's in them. Most of them haven't been great so far. They've been stupid, infectious, polluted oxygen. However, this one was another cool steam vent, which sucked because as soon as I dug it out, it just like filled the space with water, and I was like, oh crap. So I blocked it off, and I'm trying to kind of block it off better because I want to harvest it at some point. I don't know when. I don't really know how to handle trying to grow like nosh sprouts because they need to grow in like 0 or less body temperature areas. So like this guy, he's too warm, he's too warm, he's too warm, he's too warm. So it's like, I don't know, really hard trying to grow those guys, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Especially since like once I dug out all this ice in this area wasn't cold anymore. So like I don't know how to keep cold areas or anything. I don't really know. I'm not an experienced oxygen not included player. I'm just someone who really enjoys it, is all. Yeah, so the current things I'm working on is trying to get this natural gas situation going. I'm trying to get some thimble reeds so that I can just make more clothes, because I felt like making more clothes. What do I got going on over here? Yeah, so that carbon dioxide situation is a bit of an issue. And that's part of why I'm trying to get the natural gas stuff going, because I need to find a different source of power so I can get rid of these wood burners. I also need to just, like, diversify. So, like, right now, literally all of my power is coming from this. But in order to try to prevent things from, like, getting damaged or whatever, I've got it, like, running through transformers and stuff like that. But that means I have, like, a transformer trying to supply power to another transformer. And it's just, I don't know. It's not going well. So, like, this one here, currently not connected to anything. I don't remember why. I think it's because I was trying to... I don't know. No, it's connected to this transformer. It's just not pulling power right now, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. This whole situation is not great. It's not great. But yeah. So, and I'm trying to do a fish farm down here. I've got these sweepers, like, picking up eggs and, like, fish meat and stuff like that. I tried to do the same thing with the fish and then realized fish don't drown. So I just had a bunch of fish swimming in here for a while, which was really stupid. And also, like, picking up the eggs made it so that there wasn't a lot of fish down here. So I don't really know what I'm doing with that. And I was trying to farm some puffs down here to try to get them to suck up all the slime lung. I don't know if that's going well either. I don't know. Nothing feels like it's going well. But yeah, so this is the most recent world I've been playing. I'm actually also just going to go show you guys the other world that I was playing before I started this one, which I think I still like, and I might go back to, but I don't know. So hold on. I'll be right back. Alright, so here is my other world. I'm just going to hit space to get rid of all those angry icons. Okay, so this is what a base that I built myself without using any sort of tutorials looks like. And I don't know how great this one's going either. So I have this, like, saltwater geyser over here that's, like, going insane. So that's fun. I'm trying to dig it out a little bit more, because the saltwater geyser produced too much saltwater. I'm eventually going to try to get that out of there. I originally had my people just wearing oxygen masks to get up here so they didn't have to worry about the slime lung situation. Slash polluted oxygen, which I was trying not to have slime lung become an issue for the longest time, and now it is, but only up here, and it's not so bad. But yeah, so I had them using the oxygen masks for a while, and then, like, this area over here is, like, really hot. So I was like, okay, well, I need, like, atmo suits, essentially. So I tried to get them to, like, swap between oxygen masks and atmo suits. It's not really a good transition. So yeah, I don't know. I might, well, those are shorter than atmo suits. I don't know. Oh, for a while, so I think I mentioned this. This world went really great for a while because this little area here that has diamonds had, like, 20 kilograms or something like that of oxygen in it. Like, every square of this had 20 kilograms of oxygen. It was insane. So I had to close this off because it was way too overpressured. And I was like gradually like pumping it throughout my base and stuff like that. And things were great. And then that oxygen ran out and now things aren't so good anymore. And this is what I was going for in the other game that I was playing that you guys were watching prior to this. Is kind of like an algae terrarium farm like this, where it's like, it's kind of got a bit of a well for capturing like carbon dioxide. I've got like carbon skimmers, or not carbon skimmers. I've got, deodorizers that are supposed to be like converting the polluted oxygen to regular oxygen and stuff like that. I also had a lot of oxygen issues down here in terms of too much, so I was like pumping it into here for a while. And then I started getting too much carbon dioxide, partly because I needed more power, so I've got these coal generators, and then like I've got a couple carbon skimmers, and it was going really weird. And I've got this natural gas geyser down here, but as you can tell, this is a vacuum, because I ran out of natural gas, because this only pumps so often, and it wasn't producing enough natural gas. So that's why I've got like a couple more like coal generators. I used to have power just here, and I've had to like expand, and I've got like power up here because these guys need carbon dioxide, so like I had to make a thing. I'm growing bristle blossoms in this one. I've got like refrigerators and a gas range. Where's the hydrogen for that gas range coming from? Oh yeah, so the fertilizer synthesizer produces natural gas, and I'm using that to supply my gas range, which is okay. I've randomly put decorations in places, so like my decor overlay looks like this right now. It's pretty decent. It's not bad. I've only just recently learned that metal tiles give you like insane decor, so I could just like use that in some places. But I have major water issues, as you can tell, and that's one of the downsides that I have realized of using algae terrariums, is as much as they use less algae, which is great on this world because I don't have a lot of algae, it's also not great because it uses water, and on this world I have less water than normal. So yeah, I'm like trying to convert my salt water into regular water. So let's see if I look at my water thing. Yeah, so see, I'm pumping the salt water out, and it's coming all the way along here, down to here, and it's supposed to be going into here, and then overflow goes into here. And as you can tell, this is almost full, so I might need to dig this out a bit more. And one thing that I like about this world is that if we look at the rooms, I have a bunch of nature reserves around on this one, which are in key areas that my people have to travel through and stuff like that. So they get a lot of like morale from going through those kinds of areas, which is great. And that's one thing that's really good about this world, and that I've kind of lost in the other world because I decided not to, like, because I decided to follow that one tutorial or whatever. But yeah, so then I don't know, I went down this way, there was a vending machine, that was cool. I'm trying to grow some bomb lilies down here, but they need to like have a chlorine atmosphere, and I think they also need a certain body temperature. That's why I put them so close to here, and that hasn't been going great. I found another saltwater geyser, which once again was producing too much salt water, so I feel like I have a pretty decent source of water once I can convert it to regular water. It's going to be pretty hot when it originally comes out though, which isn't great. I was also having slime issues over here, but thankfully slime lung doesn't survive as long if stuff is cold. So you can tell over here it's like -9 degrees over here, because this was like a cold biome, like if I look at temperature. Yeah. And then I tried to kind of spread that downwards, so I like put some of the ice down here because I had slime coming from down here essentially. But as you can tell, I've pretty much killed off all of that slime lung germs over here, which is great. And I've got my polluted water thing going on over here, which kind of sucks. One thing that I do like about that other world that I didn't talk about is that the tutorial that I was following, they pump their polluted water into a couple thimble reeds, which for the most part sucks up pretty much all the polluted water, and then this just serves as like an overflow kind of thing, which is really great. And I might add that into this world. Got like carpeted tile in my medical bay. Got a juicer that I can actually use. That's the main reason that I have bristle blossoms, is so that I could use the juicer. Yeah. So, like, this is what this one looks like. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. I do kind of miss this one, because I do like my method's a bit better sometimes, just in terms of like getting all the like natural areas and stuff like that. Like, look at how great my decor levels are in most areas. I might replace this with metal tile because then that'll be nice. But yeah, my oxygen situation, not great. In case you haven't noticed, that's not very breathable. And I think that's mostly because I don't have enough algae. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I've got over here a Dreco farm, which, as I have now realized recently, this isn't a great Dreco farm because there's no hydrogen over here. So if I was to shear them, their scales would never come back. And yeah, so I don't know. This is a shitty Dreco farm. And I've got a waterweed farm over here for lettuce. It's a really great waterweed farm. I really like that. Yeah, I don't know. These are the two worlds that I've had going. They're pretty great. And much further along than the one that that you saw me playing previously. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see me play this world? Do you want to see me play the first world that I showed you guys? That was following that tutorial. Do you want me to go back to my original world? Do you want me to go back to it once I've gotten a bit further in it? Maybe. What do you want to see? Which option A is original world. Option B is original world, but once it's further along. Option C, this world, and option D, the first world I showed you guys in this episode. Let me know. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.